Hello, good morning. Salceda here, working on second lesson, unit one. I'm going to try and get through a bunch of these today for us. We kind of need to get going as school has officially started now. We're here on Bright Thinker. Let me just take you to where we're at so we know what we're doing, right? Literally, lesson two, unit one, Origins of Human, the first chapter. I also zoomed in. Thank you, Mr. Henry, saying it was kind of small. Apologies on that. Let's get this going. Turn my timer over. 5 minutes. The origins of humans, right? This first chapter is it's controversial. We really don't know how old we are as human beings. There's this estimate based on fossil records, right? How old we are as humans. But as per the actual, like, oh, humans are 500 years old or 1,000 years old, all we have is this evidence, right? And stories of what we're told. The first vocabulary term for us today is myth, right? A myth is a simple story about the beginning of time or other complex events in history. So unless there's physical proof now in the 21st century, pictures or videos of this, a lot of it you just have to believe what we say type of thing, which makes it kind of controversial. Now there's many myths about how humans began. The first stories that we found are in these cave paintings, right? We have some of these cave paintings here in Texas. I didn't search this for you guys, but love the internet. Seminole Canyon State Park, which is outside of Del Rio. Let me show you guys on the map so you know where we're at. You can go in there and you can hike down to this valley. I'll show you pictures shortly. Right there's Seminole Canyon State Park. There's Del Rio, right? San Antonio, Laredo. Where am I looking? Right over here on this San Antonio, just west of SA. For those of you that live in the Panhandle area, I'm in Laredo, so I need to go this way to travel there. I've been there twice, and it's super amazing because we get these cave paintings, right? At Seminole Canyon State Park, that's exactly what happens. They take you down into the valley, into this canyon, and you get to see these pictures of what Native Americans left behind for us. And there they are. It's quite a hike. Be careful, lots of stairs. But there's cave paintings throughout the world. Uh, some found in France, there's some painted on rocks in Africa. You name it, every continent has these cave paintings. Now, as to how these myths started, their stories passed down throughout history. The Bushmen of Africa have their own stories, which for them, let me spotlight here. Spotlight, yes, please. Right, Kang started by creating a wondrous tree. That's how their story starts. If we go to the Cherokee, back into the Americas, the Cherokees lived in the Great Plains region. They have this story, right? In the beginning, the earth was nothing but darkness and water. All the animals lived in uh, gal galunity. I'm sorry if I butchered it. I apologize. I'm not Cherokee, right? But they were sent down. They sent down a water beetle to explore it, etc., etc. Eventually, there were so many of them, it seemed they might survive. Kanati meaning lucky hunter, and Selu meaning corn. So these different stories throughout history of how we, right, came to be. The Greeks have their own stories. The Greeks, I don't want to say are older than Native Americans, because truthfully, when we're talking about Native peoples of the world, we have fossil evidence that can take us back to Africa of more than 1.9 million years ago. They found fossils, they carbon date them. Oh, this fossil is 1 million years old. And we keep on finding these fossils of earlier man. Now, don't think of us 1 million years ago. That's not the way it worked. But over time, people left Africa and colonized or moved towards the other continents, right? Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, North and South America. Antarctica is questionable. We won't get into conspiracy theories right now. The best evidence we have in this image tells us that mankind came to the Americas around 30,000 years ago, but recent discoveries the past 20, 30 years speculate that peoples came over to the Americas way before that, across Europe, across Africa, across the Atlantic, across the Pacific. So again, history's been written every day, and it's crazy, right? Just crazy. These stories of how we came to be. Uh, Uranus and Gaia fell in love and had children. Um, Among them, after Zeus led his siblings along with Giganticus, the victory against Cronus and the Titans. If you have seen the story of Hercules, the animated story, you've seen oh man, Immortals, another movie about these Titans, comes out. There's just many stories on the history of mankind, right? Uh, Religion itself also plays this role as to how, no, wrong one, this one, no, this one. Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh, sorry, guys. Here, religion itself, right, has spread throughout the world more so the past 1,000 years, right? We have Hinduism and then Buddhism is born, these major religions. We already had Judaism before the year zero, but then when Christianity is born with the crucifixion of Christ, a person, it spreads across the Roman Empire. And then around the world, Islam is then born around the year 600, 500 and change. And that too explodes across the Eastern hemisphere. We are the West, they are the East. Over time, these religions will just encompass the earth, right? Buddhism takes hold in China. Islam takes hold in the Middle East and Africa. But then as we get into the year 1000, 1400, 1500 to the 2000s, we'll see Islam just wow. At the same time, Christianity wows. This is our Crusades periods later in history, these medieval times and Dark Ages. And then in modern times, we'll continue to see this explosion, more so of Christianity across the Americas, because we were founded primarily by Europeans, right? Let's come back because we're running out of time. Ultimately, the watchmaker, Descartes here, Rene Descartes, has his own theory of how it came about, but a lot of them will then follow Darwin. And Darwin will tell us that because of the fossil records of primates, we went from monkeys to humans. Evidence is in the similarities in the skulls that we have found. It's fascinating. I apologize that we don't have more time to discuss all these things. As always, you do have multiple choice questions in the bottom. Best of luck to you guys. I'm here if you need me. I'll be online at 1 p.m., which is soon, and then office hours, Monday to Thursday from 2:30 to 4 p.m. Be good, be well. Video 3 coming soon. Thank you.